Oh, look what we have here. The Hot Toys Iron Man Mark 85 Endgame diecast figure. Ew. Why, hello, folks. Danoby2 here. Thank you for joining me once again on another visual tour. This is special, of course. This is going to be special. We are unboxing and we are going to review a diecast Iron Man Hot Toys action figure. And I have to savor this. I gotta be honest with you. I have to savor this. There's not going to be a lot of figures. There's not going to be a lot of Iron Man figures being released since we're entering the new era of Star Wars pre-orders. So every Iron Man figure that gets released, it has to be treasured. It has to be savored. You have to kind of like soak in the fumes. You know, really enjoy the experience. What do we have? We have the Mark 85 battle version that is still left, and we also have, oh my God, the Iron Patriot. Let's not forget about that. We got that bad boy coming in, and then of course we got the rescue suit with Gwyneth Paltrow. Oh, I wonder how that'll smell. Goop. But anyway, we are going to be unboxing the Mark 85 diecast. And it is important to really take care, to really appreciate the artwork, because I don't know if I'm ever going to get another Robert Downey Jr. Iron Man figure. I mean, yeah, there's going to be more iron suits, but will Robert Downey Jr. don the suit again? Who knows? So I have to treat it like the end, like I'm coming to the end of the story here. So I have to be careful. I have to be very meticulous and enjoy. Oh, sorry about that. That's wrong video. Hello, sunshine. Hi. Hello. How are you? Welcome. Welcome to the world. That's right. My name is Danoby, and you have just awakened to the world of Danoby2. Yes, that's right. It's okay. It's all gonna be good. There you go. There you go. Oh, my goodness. The die cut. Look at this. Look at the colors. Something about red and gold just does it for me. I'm telling you, it just does it. That hot rod red, the gold paint accents on the other shoulders. It's beautiful. It is simply beautiful. Even though Tony Stark got his ass kicked taking on Thanos in this, it's still a good suit. It's still a good suit. I don't know if it'd be my all-time favorite suit, but it's up there. I would probably still say the Mark 46 from Civil War is a badass suit. I love that suit. But this does it. This has its own unique flavor, its own unique design to it that sets it apart. It really does. And you can kind of tell. I mean, like, just look at the weather and accents on it, on the thighs there. That attention, that extra attention to detail that Hot Toys will put on these diecast figures is simply marvelous. It really is. No pun intended there. But it's beautiful. I'm in love. I really am. And if you're getting that sense of deja vu, you're not the only one. I had to pull out the Mark 46 concept version, and I kind of took a few minutes and just studied the design, what was borrowed, what was not used. The gold accents, I think, on the Mark 46, I think it flows a little bit better. Not saying that the Mark 85 doesn't have its own strut, but it's essentially turned into a who wore it better situation here. I love them both. I do. It's a good suit, but the Mark 85 is unique. Something here that I noticed here is the extra double joint there, where you're able to almost bring the arm up all the way up, and you see how the bicep tends to that bicep plate tends to extend out. That's cool. That's something new. That is some serious R&D technology there on Hot Toys. It's the first thing that jumped out at me here when I'm doing the checks and balances on the articulation. It's like, oh, that's clever of Hot Toys to add an extra joint. The double jointed waist there, a little pivot, give it a little bit more of that cool dynamic range. I love the ratchet joint on the thighs there. That it works very well. It also helps it pose. If you want to give it more of a battle action stance, very nice. I also notice here too the multiple articulated ankle joint there, and the armor plating on there, where it's able to adapt to the different positions, and that's neat. That's really neat. This is why they keep raising the prices on these damn things. I'm not kidding. And you see it. I mean, if you really take the time and you really study the figure, you can clearly see where the R&D is going in this stuff. It's not I mean, like I can see the R&D in this. As to why they keep climbing in price every other year, I don't know. Who knows? It's a company. They are in business to make money, and let's face it, there's not going to be a lot more versions of Robert Downey Jr. I'm sure someone else will put the suit on, but it's not going to be the same. It's not going to sell if he's not inside the suit. Tony Stark and Iron Man are one of the same. That's how it works. Love the detail there, the little extra detail on the back there, and I like the little plate design there. Makes getting to the batteries very, very easy, like that. Like the scuffing on the armor too, a little extra detail on there. What else we got? What else do we have here? We have the 2 pairs of hands. We have the articulated fingers on there. I usually will swap out with the fingers. I don't know if I'm going to do it on this version, but it's always nice. I always feel that the articulated fingers gives it that little extra sense of realism. You have the flight thruster hands there, in case you want to pose them in flight mode. And then this piece also includes the gauntlet, the Tony Stark Iron Gauntlet there with the Infinity Gems. So that's cool. That is definitely cool. But the battle version is also going to include this extra hand too. The only difference is that it won't be powered, versus this one is the more clean version. So they're giving you a couple choices on there. I can't wait to get the battle version. It's going to be neat. It's going to be really, really, really nice. There you go. Let's keep it family friendly here. And then the other accessory you get here is the head. And then there's the little neck bracelet here. There you go, little neck brace. And let's talk about the head, shall we? Let's talk about the Tony Stark head that you get with the Mark 85. Let's study it. Let's look at it from different angles on there. And the first question that I did ask myself is, does this look like Tony Stark? Honestly, I believe it does. Is it the version that was advertised? No. Does it make it bad? I honestly don't think so. Just because it's a different head sculpt doesn't make this one bad. It really doesn't. This really is a good Tony Stark, Robert Downey Jr. head sculpt. I am aware that there was a situation where a lot of collectors voiced their opinion with the head sculpt. Now, I don't know if this is the one that people were upset with, or if this is the reissued version. I'm not sure, but you know what? I don't care. I really, really don't. This is nice. They really did a good job on this. And this is coming from a person like me that I've been collecting Tony Stark head sculpts for about 8 years. And I'm going to tell you something. They have come a long, long way. This is what they used to look like right here. Back in, 2012, 13? Right here. Look at that. Look at that. Let's see if we can zoom in on that. That was the Mark 7 from Avengers. So they've come a long way. They really have. To be honest with you, I really wish that I was not aware of the whole head sculpt situation. It's one of the reasons why I'm not on Facebook, and I make it a habit of not watching other reviewers' unboxing videos. Not because I don't like them or anything. It's because their opinions tend to shift my opinion. And I would have really honestly would have preferred going into this review unknowing of the whole social media uproar over the head sculpt, because it actually affected me a little bit on my opinion, but overall I'm still really impressed with this head sculpt. When I was informed by several people in the community, I went down that rabbit hole. And I'm not on Facebook, but I am on Reddit and I am on Instagram, and I did see a lot of the negative comments. But me being an investigator, the folks who had negative comments on this head sculpt, either A, don't buy Hot Toys, or B, if they do buy Hot Toys, they're mostly geared towards a specific IP, Star Wars, DC, and so forth. I very seldom encountered anybody that if they had a negative opinion based on this head sculpt, they actually collected a Iron Man figure from Hot Toys. Honestly, Hot Toys should have just ignored the community. Hot Toys will never be 100%. They will never reach that 100% satisfactory level for the collectors. We are a bunch of man babies. We collect expensive toys, and we moan and gripe about this stuff. The way I see it is, it's more like an art piece. This is the company Hot Toys taking a creative liberty in making this head sculpt. Either you're going to like their art or you're not going to like their art. It's one of those situations that honestly I really wish Hot Toys would have just ignored it. This is Tony Stark. This really is. I mean, this is a good head sculpt. Me being a long-time Hot Toys collector, I very seldom I'll pose an Iron Man suit with a head sculpt. Very seldom, very seldom. So that's my 2 cents on that. This is a really good head sculpt. What's also funny is that I can't believe that the community lost it over this head sculpt when, in my honest opinion, the biggest culprit, the biggest crime that was committed that no one made a big uproar was that Qui-Gon Jinn head sculpt. Really? You guys lost it over this, but you're going to give Qui-Gon Jinn a pass on that atrocious head sculpt? For shame on you, for shame.
So the second layer of the packaging includes the base, the stand, and the back laser thrusters is what I'm going to call them. Get that popped out there. Let's take a look at that. The detail is nice. I would say the only gripe with this would be I love light. I like power, and probably would have been the extra attention to detail would have been to have had that arc reactor in the back light up. Other than that, it's okay. I don't know if I'm gonna keep the actual figure displayed permanently with it, but it's nice. Got the stand, the base. I'm not gonna use any of this. I'll probably just end up putting the suit in the module case. I will take those batteries though, because I always love to power up the diecast Iron Man figures and the regular ones. It doesn't matter. You should always listen to me. I'm telling you, always test out the circuitry, always test out the light, and you want to make sure these things light up. I'm telling you. I get it. You don't want to take the extra effort. You don't want the batteries to corrode or leak, or you might forget. I'm telling you, there's nothing worse than finding out 1 or 2 years later that if you ever decide to power these things up, that they don't work. I'm telling you, I've encountered 2 Hot Toys Iron Man where they do not power up. I remember one of the ones that was a pain in the butt was Falcon and his little rocket thruster. It was just bad circuitry in that thing. So you should always test this stuff out. Tons of little compartments for the batteries. I think the most annoying one was the little thigh battery compartment here. That was a pain in the butt to get that battery cap out. That was a nuisance. But it's crazy. All that work for the little 3-button cells for just one light. You're like, that's it? One light? That's silly. That clever design of where the 2-prong connectors on there makes the hand swappable. Clever. They've used that before. But still, it's always nice if it serves a purpose. And it does serve a purpose to make the hands swappable with the Infinity Gauntlet there. With the iron suit. Other than that, though, once this bad boy is powered up, it is stunning. It's beautiful. I love it. I love it. It's such a beautiful piece, fully lit up. If you folks out there have one and don't want to go through the extra trouble of lighting it up, it is so worth it because it's beautiful. It really is. Something about the lights. For as much R&D that Hot Toys puts into this stuff, I really wish they'd figure out a way to have the power distribution flow a little bit better. But I mean, I get it. It can be challenging. It could also increase the price. It depends. I mean, I don't know if I'd pay the extra, but my God, little button cells, you only get 15 to 20 minutes out of it, and I'm essentially blowing all the energy just for the unboxing. But in the end, it's worth it though because it's nice. It really is nice. Little that's his attack stands there, ready to save the world. Love this pose. This is one of my favorite poses right there, where he's just like go ahead, make my day. And again, the little cherry hot rod red color that Hot Toys uses, it's just incredible. Really, really good stuff. Threw on the little backpack on there just to kind of show you on there. And once I threw the backpack on there, I'm like, I want to see this thing kind of hover or float, and pulled out the flight stand out there. Not the one that came with it. I have a custom one that I made just to kind of create that illusion that he's just ready to take on Thanos. This was fun. I always enjoy, as busy as I am in my life, I always enjoy unboxing a Iron Man Hot Toys action figure. Really does. Love it. It's beautiful. Well, let me know in the comments what you folks decide to do. If it's a pass, if it's a go, if it's beautiful, if it's all that. I like to think it is. Like, subscribe, leave your comments below. Danoby2 here, and I see ya.